Actress Michelle Yeoh is no fan of glass ceilings. Neither her age, nor her nationality, nor her gender can stop her from taking Hollywood by storm. Fresh off a Golden Globe Award for her virtuoso performance in Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Yeoh leads the list of contenders for this year's Best Actress Oscar. Her star vehicle is an idiosyncratic movie about a Chinese laundromat owner thrust into a mission to save all possible universes. So no pressure there. Take a look at this clip from the trailer.
He's waiting in the wings.
The universe
He speaks of senseless things.
is so much bigger
Script is you and me.
than you realize.
Of all the places I could be, I just want to share with you.
Remember our mission concerning the fate of every single world of our infinite multiverse.
There is no way I am the Evelyn you are looking for.
And Michelle Yeoh is with me here. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, it is amazing, and you've got so many accolades for this remarkable role. What I just literally can't believe, and I wonder how you feel about it, it is the first Hollywood movie where you have had top billing in a long and distinguished career. When you saw the script and you saw your role, what did you think?
First of all, I prayed and said, please let these two boys not be certifiably insane.
Okay, the two boys are...
The Daniels, who wrote, this is the original screenplay. It's come from Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. And when I received it, you know, it's like you receive scripts. And as the years get bigger, the numbers get bigger, the roles seem to shrink with that. Right? As you know, as a woman, as an aging woman, or whatever it is, somehow they start putting you in boxes. And it's always the guy who gets to go on the adventure and save the world and, you know, rescue your daughter. And you think, why can't I do that too? So it was so overwhelming at that point to get a script that said, you know, this is a very ordinary woman, Asian immigrant woman who's dealing with all the problems that we all can relate to. Well, maybe not as a laundromat owner, but, you know, the relationship with your husband, relationship with your father, relationship with your daughter. I mean, there's the generational gap, that miscommunication between mothers and daughters especially has always been more complicated. And what I loved about it, it was like, this is an ordinary woman who is being seen, who's given a role to play as a superhero. And that's what we are. Women, mothers, daughters, sisters are superheroes because we have a certain superpower, which is kindness, love, compassion. And the core of this crazy, wacky, messy, you know, frenetic story on the surface, the core is authentic, genuine love for family and never giving up on each other.
I am going to play a clip where you don't look all lovey-dovey and compassionate, where you're very out there. Let's play this clip.
Go. What happened?
I think they lost their powers.
So, in this madcap sci-fi multi-genre film...
5 genres, at least.
Okay, list the genres, because it is crazy.
It is. It's sci-fi, it's horror, it's romance, it's drama, it's comedy. It's like, maybe I've been in rehearsing for 40 years for this ultimate role. It is like just amazing to be able to have the opportunity to say, I can do this. Please, let me show you.
And you have done. What is the compassionate mother there?
She was
doing?
protecting her daughter and the husband because these, I don't know what you call them, the agents have come from another universe and they are trying to destroy each universe systematically. So what we have to do is I have to do is to protect my universe, my family.
Okay, and this is
That's the
because
compassion.
yeah, of course. And this is the multi-universe
Yes.
thing that is the basis
It's
of the
amazing
film.
because what the Daniels have done is like, you know how we look at our lives and we look and we say, I wish I had done it differently. Perhaps the outcome would have been better. And you know how, especially immigrant parents have a tendency to say to their children, I left a good life for you so you can have a better life. I could have done things differently, but for you. So sometimes it's that miscommunication into feeling, and then the younger ones go like, you don't have to do things for me, I can do it for myself. So I think what this movie, when it came out, it appealed, it resonated with different generations. It was like shining a light on them to say, sometimes we just have to step back. The motivation is really from love. Is from care. And what I really love is sometimes people walk up to the streets and say, I'm about my age and say, I didn't really get your movie because, you know, it gets a little crazy for me.
Yeah,
But
I was confused too.
yeah, but my estranged young daughter that I have not spoken to for...
In the movie?
No,
No, in real life?
came to the mother and say, I've watched this movie and I think I understand what you are trying to do for me. So it's healed certain relationships. It's opened up conversations. And I think that's what we need to do is have conversations because the last few years have been so difficult on so many levels, right? With the pandemic, with things, with tragedies and things like that. It was nice to have a movie where it's like,
Embracing.
yeah.
How does some of this play into or play off your own experience? You also are an immigrant, you know, from Malaysia,
Yeah, that's
but
right.
nonetheless,
Right?
you left in order to have a better life. You came from a very, you know, I guess upper middle class family. Your
Yes,
father was a
yes.
lawyer. How does does any part of your experience resonate with the film character?
It resonated tremendously. I think what it resonated with was the relationship, you know, like with the older generation, understanding. I have, unfortunately, you know, too many conversations, luckily not from my parents, where my father was very forward-thinking, was never told any of us that, you know, daughters were next behind the sun. So in that way, he empowered me to believe that, you know, if you believe you can do it, you should go for it. And that was how it always has been with myself, my career in that way. So I felt it was very important to shine the light of someone who didn't have that kind of privilege, who didn't have that kind of support. Like Evelyn Wong, her father...
That's you in the film?
That's me in the film. Literally just said to you, you're a complete failure. Right? I tell you not to go off with this man. Look where you end up. In a failing laundromat, bad business, with a daughter that looks like a mess. But I think at the end of the day, it was like, I remember, I think at that time when my dad said to me, I wish you enough, I didn't quite get it. But I think with this movie, what resonated was, she told her daughter, it doesn't matter what you are, how you think you're not living up to my expectations, you are enough.
You and just about everybody to do with this film have been nominated in all your categories. I was just staggered to read that actually Jackie Chan might have been chosen for the lead role, that it might have gone to a man and somebody much older than you, obviously.
It was written for a man. When the Daniels set out to do this, you know, I think whenever filmmakers tell the story, they also have to be mindful it is show business. I have to write something that somebody will make it into a film. And so they wrote it like that way with Jackie and me as the wife. So it was completely, the role was reversed.
Yeah.
And I remember Jackie text me and say, hey, congratulations, you know, you realized that your boys came to see me first. And I'm like, thank you, bro.
I mean,
You
seriously.
did me a huge favor.
Yeah.
So,
Did he turn it down, or did the Daniels decide that it
No,
actually
I think
should be?
it was mutual
Yeah.
because Jackie is very, very busy, and he's got so many things going on. And I think the Daniels also stepped back and said, then we're doing something that's already been done before. Why we should do it differently. And they both have very strong women in their lives, whether it's their mothers or the wife and their partners. So they are very inspired, and they're not afraid of strong women. I think that is the most beautiful thing about these boys. It's like they celebrate strong women.